Yeah.
I would firstly love to hear your thoughts. Just anyone. Thank you.
It was really, I really liked coming into the space. I really thought that was wonderful. And the things falling off the coat while you were dancing, there was, made you think that, because we're always spending money, we're always losing. Some of it was a little unclear, I guess. Like when I very first came in and you were here, I was a little unclear as to what you were doing exactly. But for the most part, it's really coming in, the whole aesthetic of it is very wonderful.
Thank you.
I think your use of the coins and the trail that you walked on and stood on was a really strong choice. I think for me it really kind of changed the space. Even though I was here a lot of times, it looked really different. And I think you've got this thing also throughout your process, this thing of using money as a foundation to create some sort of other kind of art. And I think this was a really good use of that idea. Also with the jacket and like this combining of the sounds with the music. This is really strong, I think.
I really love the sound of the coins dropping, because we hear it all the time and it's really familiar, but it was really beautiful in this context. It kind of reminded me of that first thing you did when you had a fish, and it was beautiful, I thought.
Thank you. It reminded me of the phrase, do you know the phrase, if you take care of the pennies, it will look after the pounds?
No,
it's an expression. But it reminded me of that because it was so beautiful coming in here. You've laid out these pennies so carefully and so there's so much precision and care in what you've created, and it was stunning. And then the way you just let the money go. That was really, it was really careless. And there's something in that contradiction, I think, that you can play on more, or it was really interesting to watch. You move so beautifully. I find you really lovely to look at. But I think, yes. But I think there's something, there's that carelessness that goes against how you move and how you set out the space. And for me, that was the most engaging part of the piece, is what happens with these coins and that they've just been let to go.
Thank you. I think the choice of using coppers was really important. I think at the beginning you were talking about like notes and like pound coins and £2 coins.
Yeah,
I think the choice to go with coppers was really key for this, because these really are coins that we don't think about, and we, if you get 2p coins in change, you put it straight into the charity box, which is a good thing. But like the kind of coins that we disregard because we don't really count for anything. And also just visually, with your hair, this looks the whole thing. It really just sort of all tied in very black and copper. It's really visually beautiful.
I enjoyed it a lot, actually. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed when you gave us the coins at the end, because knowing a little bit about the things you've been thinking about and the idea of changing our relationship to money and us thinking about what the value of money is, in a very small way but a meaningful way, the fact that we've seen you do the dance, that when you put the coin in our hands, I felt for a moment of, oh, shall I just put this in my pocket? But then it becomes indivisible from all the other coins, and actually this is kind of a special coin because it's been through a kind of process. And that thought evaporated very quickly, but the fact you made me think it, I thought was really great. And I just would, I guess, challenge you or encourage you to see how far you can go with that. How far can you go with taking the coins through a process and through a journey, so that when you hand them to us at the end of a more sustained piece, that feeling of, is this a special coin? Does this coin have more value than the other ones in my pocket because it's I've seen it as part of a work of art or part of a process or something to do with you. Or I wonder how far you could push that. And by implication, what process physically you can actually take the money through in the room, the coins through. So when you give them to us at the end, we've got this thing that's been on a real journey.
Thank you. Shall I say Victoria, Hannah, Jeff, Jane, and then Jess?
I don't really watch that much kind of movement-based physical theatre, and it's not something I'm a huge fan of. But for me, what I liked about this was that it wasn't just a person moving in a space. There were lots of little layers. There was the scenography, and then there was you actually coming up to us and looking at us and using the money. So I think that that's something that you can really build on, like these different little layers and interacting with us, because I think it means that it can give something to people that maybe aren't that familiar with the form of theatre that you're working with, and really give kind of more meaning for them. Also, I really wanted you to give me a coin from like the year that I was born. So if you can do that next time, that'd be really good.
Who was next? I think it was Hannah, right?
I'm just curious about what it felt like to stand on the coins for people during it. Like, did it evoke any feelings from anybody? Because for me, it felt like something to stand on them. Like even just having my foot on them now is it's something very particular. And I wondered if there are any thoughts or feelings about that.
Could consider making us take our shoes off, just following that up, because I realised I couldn't actually feel.
She did think about taking the shoes off, actually. Yeah.
I had a thought of that, but then I didn't have much time to process it, so I guess next
Just a thought,
I actually think that it's really needed, because they're not stuck down, they kind of shift underneath your feet.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think that if you take your feet off, it starts sticking to your feet. That'd be very different kind of
With
sensation.
socks, it's easier.
Yeah, I guess, but some people would feel really uncomfortable taking their shoes off. I think it's quite a big ask for someone. I would find it, but some people would find that quite a big thing to do. I think just the fact that they're not stuck down and they move around with your feet is quite interesting.
I felt really superior standing on the money. I felt super. I'm walking in on a trail of money, and that's it's not a feeling I'm used to, and there's something believe it or not. And it's really an extravagance. Another word I'm looking for. The kind of feeling to be walking in on a trail of money.
I mean, I think it's a little bit like what you were talking about, the contrast, and I think I certainly feel some responsibility, and I quite like the fact that I didn't take my shoes off in a way, and that I just arrived and I was just standing on the coins, and then you're playing with them, and then for me that becomes more powerful because I'm standing on them. So the care that you have means something if I'm standing on them. The play that you have, whatever it is, means something because I'm standing on them. You know what I mean?
I think it's a sacred space as well, because taking your shoes off is quite because you've already created quite a sense of something sacred by how you've laid out the space. Taking your shoes off is quite ritualistic, and to go into a space that has very different. It's quite religious, I think. So it depends how you want money to be. Do you want money to be worshipped, or all you want to do is like that? Maybe that would be a really powerful thing to do.
Just going off what Jess said, I felt kind of complete opposite to how I felt really on edge, because I was so aware that if I moved too much, then they would shift and then there would be noise, and also that I'd be ruining it a little bit in terms of like the nice pretty pattern and like I don't know, like my mind zoomed off to a very kind of existential metaphor about what money is for all of us and stuff like that, which just always thought of.
I think it was Jeff to comment on the piece, and then.
Yeah, and rather than want to share three questions that came up for me, and you don't have to answer them, but I just want to share them because they came up for me. The first question that came up for me was, were you still building the trail as we were walking in? When you were at the end there, was the idea that you were still building the trail as we walked in? Second question was, when you gave us the pennies at the end, were we supposed to add to the trail at the end of the piece? That question came up for me. And the third question that came up for me was, how much money is on the floor? You don't have to answer, but it's just a question that I found myself wondering during the performance.
I would like to answer the last one because you would be surprised, I guess, because I'm surprised myself, even though I have put every penny down. It's 250
Pounds.
Yeah.
I think if you know that, that totally changes.
Yeah. Like for your show, £250.
It's
But
more
you
than
will pay
my
your
whole
Yeah.
budget, actually.
Wow.
Yes, Jane.
I think that you have said a lot without speaking, and I just wanted to make that comment that your actions reveal quite a lot. I think, as Anna was saying, the combination of being very, very careful and then being quite disposable and carefree and careless, maybe, with the money. I think that was an interesting choice. But I think it's brave of you to not do the language. So,
I think what I enjoyed most about this was the simplicity of it, because what you did physically, I mean, of course, it was very complex, but you had sort of very simple sections which happened, but us as audience members are standing here going, meow, sort of up there going, oh, okay, and that's meaning that, and then you've got all of these elements, especially the sounds of the coins and the sound of the music and things, and you know, it's very hard to watch you while you're watching these coins sort of rolling around on the ground. It's, you know, your attention is like that. I thought that was a good thing. I enjoyed that. For the short piece that was, I really enjoyed being engaged very sort of intellectually and very aesthetically with it. But I'm wondering if in the future, when it does expand, delving into other areas, because I don't know, often, like I've been told, you know, money's a very sort of dry topic, and The Power of Yes by David Hare is extremely dry and a bit interesting. But wondering if you can go into, I don't know, a deeper connection with them, sort of, and how do you get to that? Because I don't know.
Thank you. So, Son wanted to say something or not? Were you? I would like to say something to Son though. Big thank you for the light. And John.
So I was aesthetically, it's like quite a strange comment, but while I was watching it, I was thinking there was kind of an 80s aesthetic, especially when the moment when that kind of Venetian blind appeared on the floor, and the jacket and the stand. There was something very 80s about that to me. Thought about kind of music videos, and like talking about money, especially now. I think it's quite interesting to think about like 80s, like kind of boom time yuppies. I don't know. I wondered if that was something you were thinking about, a sort of contrast. And I also thought that moment, that was really interesting to me, that moment where this, where it was kind of this experiential kind of thing, and then you went into this little world where there's a blind on the floor and a coat stand, and you put on this coat. And I wondered if there was a kind of character or a sort of persona based around ideas of money that you were sort of inventing and embodying, or is it you? The dancing, I really enjoyed it was very interesting when you were dancing and the coins were so beautiful, shimmering on your coat, and then they became missiles. When there were points when I felt you were aware, you became aware when you were dancing that that you were shooting coins at us, and I kind of wanted you to just be dancing and not throwing your arms to shoot coins at us, which is a really kind of difficult thing to do. That was apart from the music. I had sort of question marks. I mean, for me, like in terms of what I was seeing, it wasn't what I expected to hear. And I also was wondering, for me, because I know you're from Cyprus, that the music made me think about Cyprus, about thinking about Cyprus, orange leaves, because of the current situation. Anyway, but I didn't really get any further than that.
Anything else? Okay. So I would just like to thank you another time for being here. Any further thoughts, feedback, or personal things that you want to tell me, you can tell me later. I would appreciate it if you wanted to say more. And that's all I guess for now.
Do you want to just say a little glimpse about how you see it moving forward?
Moving forward,
You're thinking.
to be completely honest, I don't know if it would, I would take it like this and then try to develop it following the same line and aesthetics really concretely. But I sure have this done, and I've been through that process, and I would like to investigate again other areas, aesthetics and perspectives, and then I see from the experience I've gained through this process of making this piece, installations and everything else that I've been through, take elements of this and fit the rest of my work. But I'm not confident that it would go exactly as it is, just developing and that's my thought. I don't know how else to express it better, but that's my thought.
I think I understand.